What is going on YouTube? Welcome back to your clothing guide, the Hoxton Trend. In this video, what I'm going to be looking at is, how many jackets have I got? Hold on, let me just check. 9. Guys, in this video, I've got 9 jackets that I want to go through, okay? Now, you guys know, when it comes to clothing, I love my jackets. In this video, I want to show you 9 different types of jackets that you guys need to know or could be a part of your collection. Now, the thing about jackets is you've got lots of different styles for different occasions, different kind of weather conditions, all sorts, and I want to go through a couple of my favorite ones. Now in this video, Louisa Veroma has helped me out and loaned me some jackets to kind of show you guys exactly what type of jackets I am talking about, okay? So remember, if you like any of the jackets in this video, check out the description box below and you guys can get any of the jackets in this video. Go through all these jackets one by one. I'm going to tell you a little bit about the different styles and what occasions are my favorites and what type of things to look out for when it comes to men's jackets. If you've got a nice variation of good quality jackets, that to me is what can really set off a look. So I think it's really important that when you do go for jackets, try to go for quality. Sometimes that does mean spending a little bit more money, and I think it is worth it if you want to build up a nice jacket collection. With a nice selection of jackets, you could pull off some really cool outfits. That doesn't always mean spending thousands of pounds on jackets. You definitely do not need to do that, guys, okay? It's all about looking at the fits, looking at the style, and trying to understand what works best for you. So listen, without further ado, I'm going to get straight into it. I'm going to start off with the first jacket that I think is good. I'm going to show you nine different jackets. I'm going to start off with the first one, and that's a denim jacket by Off-White. So let's get straight into that. Right, so here it is. This is the Off-White denim jacket. Now, obviously, various brands, lots of different brands do denim jackets. So you can get denim jackets ranging from like 50 quid right up to like 500 quid plus. And even if you're looking at brands like Amiri, I'm sure you can get into that £1,000 mark. Off-White jacket that was sent to me by Louisa Veroma. For me personally, denim jackets, when it comes to winter time, it's definitely something I do like to go for. With denim jackets, what I sometimes do as well is I do tend to fold up the arms a little bit and kind of fold them up like that. And that's just the way I like to rock it. I know a lot of people feel like they can't pull denim jackets off. Some people say not to pull off double denim, but me personally, I don't mind the double denim look. So long as the denim is not matching and so long as it's contrasting, I think you should be able to get away with it. Now for me, Parka jackets are more ideal for the winter months, autumn, winter. I think that's when the Parka jackets kind of kick in. Parka jackets do tend to come with the hoods. Also as well, they also can go with like more of a kind of casual, almost a bit of like a smart casual look, but I also think that you can also put off a nice streetwear look. Sometimes, depending on my mood, I will even rock like a tracksuit underneath and have a Parka jacket on top, and that's just the way I like to rock it. I think they're quite versatile items of clothing. Parka jackets, they do tend to be a little bit longer and they do tend to be a little bit heavier as well. So as I said, they are more ideal for the winter months. Now this is the Stone Island rubberized linen jacket, which is Shadow Projects, which is available on Louisa Veroma. So if you're interested in this, you can grab it from there. On the inside, you've got like a padding, you've got a little bit of insulation. As you can see right there, you've got the Shadow Projects black badge, suede wing guard on the inside, and it's also got some kind of felt material on the outside. This is actually a very, very nice jacket. Now, one of my next set of favorite jackets is the Varsity Jacket. Also could be classed as a bomber jacket as well. I love bomber jackets, but in particular with the bomber jackets, I love varsity jackets. They're probably a little bit more like what would we call like more of like a sports jacket, baseball or basketball. You get this kind of like slightly oversized kind of jacket with the lines coming across down there, and the kind of like crew neck collar style. For me, someone that's very much into like that kind of sports streetwear style, for me, varsity jackets are definitely something that I think are quite cool. Now with the bomber jacket, what tends to happen is they come in a little bit on the waist, so they kind of go in like that, come up a little bit. This one is actually by a brand called Ruff, and again, it's available at Louisa Veroma. If you're old enough to remember like the Anorak jackets from back in the day, it also reminds me a little bit of Anorak as well. Now the next style of jacket which I think would be good for a personal collection is the good old-fashioned trench coat. Now this trench coat is by Zegna, again available from Louisa Veroma, but this one to me feels so nice. What defines a trench coat is it can also be quite lightweight as well and quite versatile for different weathers, whereas the Parka, it does look similar to a Parka jacket as well, but the Parka is definitely more built for kind of colder weathers, whereas the trench You can even wear this in like the springtime. If it's like a rainy season, the trench coat, they usually sometimes can be water resistant or even waterproof. So the trench coat is definitely good for all different types of weather as well. This one's got the down vest on the inside, so there is a zip here, so that can be taken off if you don't want to wear that. That will just make the jacket a little bit lighter. But again, if it's quite warm outside but it starts to rain, it is waterproof as well, so the water is not going to get inside this jacket. Now the next style of jacket that I think would be really good for a collection is the good old-fashioned pea coat. Now this is it, this is the pea coat. What I love about my personal collection of jackets is I love to keep it smart. This would be a jacket where if I'm going somewhere nice, I'm going to a wedding, I'm going to an event, going to a really nice restaurant, or going to church or something like that, this is definitely something I would rock. This is by Balmain, and this is a very, very nice jacket. 100% wool, really nice design as well. What identifies the pea coat is the big buttons that go down the side of the jacket, and also this kind of like double-breasted feature that you see at the front, which is what gives it that kind of smart look. 2 pockets on the side as well. This would be very ideal for more kind of like winter, autumn kind of months, kind of cold months. So when it's summertime, obviously this is not something that I would rock, especially the material being wool. I do think it would be quite warm. It is quite versatile, so this is definitely more for smart and or more casual type outfits. So lots of other brands do pea coats as well. In particular, I would say look out for Burberry. Burberry do really nice pea coats as well, okay? And also Belstaff. But speaking of Belstaff, that's the next jacket I'm going to show you. So let me show you that 1 second. Now, moving on to one of my favorite jacket brands is actually Belstaff. I actually really love Belstaff. And I do feel like Belstaff is a little bit, doesn't really get the recognition it deserves compared to other brands like Stone Island and Montclair or Canada Goose and those type of other brands that we love. But I actually think that Belstaff fans actually don't mind the fact that it's quite low key. I think they quite enjoy that. But for me, I do feel like Belstaff should really get a much more recognition from people because it's such a cool iconic brand. But not only that, not only is it such a cool iconic brand, but the quality of their products are so nice, and this jacket is no exception. Now this is a Shearling leather jacket, and for me, I could be wearing a kind of low-key, low-cost t-shirt underneath with a nice pair of slim fit jeans which are not too expensive, good quality pair of shoes or trainers, and I can flick this jacket on, and I bet you I can make this outfit look like $1 million. Now yes, it does cost a little bit more money, but I think things like this will really last and stand the test of time. Like you can have a jacket like this and have it for like 10 years, and it can be one of those jackets that you even hand down to your kids. It could be one of those type of jackets. So I actually think these are really good investments, okay? Look at the leather on that, look at the Shearling on the outside, and if you look inside the jacket, look at the Shearling on that as well. Right, moving on to the last few jackets now. This one is actually what we call a coach jacket. Very simple type of jacket. This one is actually by a brand called Heron Preston. Now this to me is more like your typical kind of streetwear, low-key type of jacket. It's kind of like more your everyday type jacket. Just running out of the house, just going to do a little bit of skateboarding, just running off to the park. That type of jacket. Very simple, very nice. What defines a coach jacket is when the collar can be pressed up on and it almost looks a little bit like a t-shirt, almost like an overshirt, but it's not. I feel like it's got a little bit of insulation on the inside as well, but it is quite light. So a jacket like this would definitely suit more kind of like early autumn or kind of spring. Definitely, I don't know, depending on the jacket as well, it can also be summertime as well, but again, that depends a lot on the weight. Coach jackets are typically not that expensive as well, so you don't have to spend lots of money on a coach jacket. And you kind of don't mind getting little scuffs and marks on these ones because as I said, it's more your kind of like everyday jacket. Right, moving on to the last jacket, we've got the Anorak or pullover jacket. Now these type of jackets are definitely more built for more of the colder months. You can get different types of Anorak jackets. They do tend to be pullover jackets as well, but you can sometimes get Anoraks that have the full zip. This is definitely not something that's more for smart occasions. It's what I would call more of like a run around jacket, especially if you want to kind of get that kind of sporty type of look. Then I think the Anorak jackets are definitely one to kind of check out. Now this is the Napapiri Skidoo jacket, which is quite popular amongst people. If you want something that's a little bit more low cost, but you still want to get that quality, then Napapiri is definitely a brand that's worth checking out. Again, I do believe they're doing 40%, so you can check in the description box below and see our code, get yourself 40% off. So guys, that is the 9 different jackets that I think will be a really cool selections as for part of your collection. Each and any one of these jackets is definitely worth checking out and adding to the collection. As I said before, try to go for quality when you're selecting these jackets, and you will find that you'll get yourself a jacket that will last not only for time, but also give you a nice varied look. Even if you have a limited amount of t-shirts and jeans, you can still pull off a really nice looking outfit with some good quality looking jackets, okay? So listen, big thanks to Louisa Villaremi for sending all these jackets. Again, we've got some codes, 40% off new season, and there's also a 50% off sale that you can go and check out. That's all happening right now. Use our links in the description box below. Listen, I'm out of here, lots more coming. Peace out.